we're going up close to Rochester. It's about an hour away from the farm to the west. We are looking to trade in our excavator that pounds all of our posts in the orchard. What we do is we put a hydraulic tamper out on the boom. We take the bucket off and then we weld a big round ring on that. And what we do is we set the pole up and then put it on top of the post, the hydraulic tamper, and then it vibrates the pole into the ground to build our trellis system in the orchard. This is the pounder I was talking about in the last clip. You can see the ring on the bottom. And we made arrangements. There's a machine outside for us, kind of one we're looking at, with the keys in it. So we'll catch up when we get there and see what you think. So this is a Yanmar 80. We have a Yanmar 50 we got from Rock Rents up here in Webster. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this boom all the way up and get some measurements to make sure we'll be able to reach our poles. Our poles are 14 feet, so we'll have to do that. So they make a model, this is an 80. They make one just a little bit bigger, 100, and that's the one we're actually interested in, but this one will give us a good guideline. If it's tall enough to reach those poles, the 100 will for sure. This one has steel tracks with rubber grousers on there. We'll be getting a machine like this one here with all rubber tracks. Our old machine has steel, but we feel the rubber is going to be a little bit better for what we're going to do. When we first bought that machine, that was our first excavator. That we planned on doing for a lot of things, hauling gravel, digging ditches, tiling. But really that machine, all it does now is pound poles. We can keep it busy enough. So we're looking to outfit a machine that's basically just pounding poles all the time. We'll use it for other things, but the main thing will be pounding poles. So we'll just drive down the lineup they have here at Rock Rents. One of the main things they do is rent out construction equipment they have a huge rental fleet. One of the main brands they do carry are the Yanmar excavators that they sell brand new, but most of their equipment they have rental. They have a bunch of cats, some link belts, a lot of rollers, a lot of these mini excavators, and they have a couple with real long sticks on them for digging out canals and stuff around Lake Ontario. Okay guys, I didn't get much footage for the second half of this video. What ended up happening was we did some more thinking on that Yanmar, which you saw we were just looking at, and we wanted to see what the same machine that we had would be to trade in. So we ended up getting another company to come out. Nothing against the Yanmar, we really like, you know, the little Yanmar we have, and we ended up getting a quote, and we ended up going with another brand new Kubota KX080. The only difference is our last one was a KX080-3. So basically that's just the series and the model. Our last machine was a 2008, and this one I believe is a 2020 or 2021. Now there's a few reasons why we ended up going this route. The first reason is we know this machine, we know Kubota. You can see a lot of our other pieces of equipment on the farm are Kubota. So just knowing the engine, knowing everything was a plus. This machine is tier 4, but it does not have DEF fluid. The size motor allows that to not be compatible, or you don't need the DEF fluid. So, but the other main reason is the bucket attachment. So we ended up buying this machine with no buckets, no attachments. Reason is we had all these attachments from our old machine. We had a flail mower that goes on the excavator for mowing brush and trees. We have our post pounder here, and then we have 2 other buckets, 30-inch I believe, and then 18-inch digging bucket. So here's that mower I was telling you about. Buckets. Coupler is all the same, the ears are all the same on all those attachments. And if we ended up going with a different manufacturer, whether it was a Case, a Yanmar, we would have had to change all these attachment fasteners, which wouldn't have been a big deal. We have the capability of doing that, or we would have had to buy new. So that was one of the main reasons why we ended up going with this machine. But again, this is a Kubota KX080. It took us a few weeks to figure out what we were going to do with this machine, but I'll show you just a little tour of the inside of the cab. They changed a little bit how they did the dash and all that. Some great visibility out of this machine. I almost think it's better than our last machine. The front windshield seems wider, and yeah, I'm just impressed with the visibility and the room in the cab. A lot of these newer machines, they have the exhaust filter, so you got to put that somewhere. So usually it takes space from the cab or things like that. I know in some of the others, this man door here isn't very big, so you got to be careful getting in and out. But enough of the chit chat. So hopefully this is a good machine for us. It's got the 4-way blade up and down, left and right. And then we ended up going with rubber tracks. Our last excavator, this same one, had steel tracks. But because this machine's going to be used mainly now just for post pounding, we're going to end up hopefully using the rubber tracks. We won't be in gravel or muddy conditions. We'll be on hopefully the nice grass laneways, pounding posts in our newly developed orchards. So with that, the rubber tracks, we feel hopefully we're going to get a little bit more life out of. Our steel tracks on our last machine, it seemed like we were getting 2,000 hours out of the undercarriage because we were just tracking so much. So we're going to go with these rubber ones, see how they do. And I have a brand new set in the barn of steel tracks that we rebuilt last year. So we got those to put on once these wear out. So just a look on the inside. They changed some things, a few small things, which is kind of nice. Mat mounted fire extinguisher up there. And one thing we still need to do is we need to mount our track clean and shovel. So if any of you guys have this machine or have any ideas on where to mount that, drop me a comment below. Usually on our last machine we had it mounted right here, but this fan assembly with another cooler, possibly an oil cooler in there or something, that's in the way now. So I'm not sure where to mount it. We thought we could mount it right on this cover here somehow. I don't know if we mount it on the back somehow or mount it on the blade. Just kind of want it out of the way so it doesn't get damaged. But with that, I'm finally showing you the machine that we replaced our old excavator with, and we ended up replacing it with the exact same machine. So I'll have some video out on how we pound the posts in the orchard, and this thing's going to get put to work hard in another 2 weeks, and it's going to be busy for 2 months straight pounding in posts. We have, I'll give you a rough number, we have about 10,000 posts to pound in the next month. So it's going to be busy. A few more things we got to do is put on a quick attach coupler here for our pounder. We're going to make a bracket off these here so the hoses are supported a little bit better and whatnot. They changed this roller design down here, made a bracket, so that's a lot more beefier, way better design. But that's going to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're still watching, thanks for watching all the way to the end. I really appreciate it. And look out for the next one. Drop me a comment. Remember to like the video, and if you're subscribed, thanks. And if not, consider subscribing and hitting that little bell so that way you know when I post a video and you can get the notification. See you later, guys.